Hey guys, it's Cassie here. So this video will be focusing on how you can use this Wheel of Life chart to help you set meaningful habit goals. We're gonna get pretty specific, so we'll go over some example wheels. I'll show you how you can zero in on specific areas with mini wheels and the breakdown sheet, how to create a habit goal in your goal planner, and then different ways you can go about tracking these habits to make sure that you're maintaining them. Just a note, we're working within the new daily planner. The Wheel of Life worksheet is included in the weekly planner, but the rest of the worksheets that are shown are not, and the goal planner looks a little different. I do plan on adding these features in the future, and I'll update the description and my shop when I do, but at the moment it's not there. So first is evaluating the different areas of your life with the Wheel of Life chart. So click on the shadow on the Goals tab to access all of your goal setting worksheets. And for now, we're gonna focus on this first module. So to label these wheels, I just use the pen tool and I just scribbled out the number, and I just use the text tool to title the different wheels. So the first thing you want to do is choose 8 areas that you want to evaluate, the areas that are most important in your life. I've added some examples up at the top, but if you need more ideas, I linked a useful article with some in the description down below. But really, you can add anything you want to measure. A useful tip for structuring your wheel is to group similar areas together, as this helps with reading your chart and deciding which goals to set. So for this example, the top half of this wheel is more personal while the bottom half is more professional. I took it a step further and divided it into 4 quadrants: my personal well-being, relationships, business-related areas, and the skills and habits that contribute most to my business that I personally want to measure. To color it in, I use the highlighter to color in the slices, but you can do this in a number of different ways. You can just fill in the block for the number. You can do the spider web method, but for this example, I just colored in the pie slices to make it simple. Now you want to look at your chart and figure out what it says about your life. Now, generally what you want is for the different areas of your life to be somewhat balanced, but here I can see that my physical and mental health is comparatively lower than the other quadrants. And what that says to me is that maybe I've been focusing a little too much on the business related areas of my life, maybe at the expense of my personal well-being. So that's what I'm going to focus on when creating a new habit goal. Another reason I want to focus on this specific area of my life is because it is very personal, and so it will subsequently affect all of the other areas of my life, hopefully improving those as well. If you really want to zero in on a specific area, so say physical health is still a little too broad, you can create what I call a mini wheel, which is a wheel dedicated to measuring the different areas of my physical health. So I create another mini wheel here, and I didn't need all 8 sections, so I just use a pen tool to white out the little dividers to create 1 section out of 2. Another thing you can do if you know you want to check in periodically to see how you're doing in this specific area, you don't need to create a new wheel. So instead, you can duplicate this page, clear out what you filled in. You can change the month, and this is just a sticker behind this text that I've written out. And now when you swipe, you can see how this area of your life has changed over time. The next thing you can do is use the area breakdown worksheet to brainstorm how you're going to go about improving this area and how it will affect your overall quality of life. So just click into one of the 8 areas right here. And so here in the description, you can see that for physical health, I am focusing on exercise and nutrition. This is how I'm generally feeling at the moment, what's worked in the past, and then here's where you can start mind mapping different habits and actions that you can implement and add to your goal planner. With that done, now you're ready to create your habit goal. So click the main area of the goal tab to access your goal planner. When it comes to navigating these pages, the goal name links to the overview page. And then for habit and project goals, just click on what kind it is. And then this icon links to the notes page. And you can toggle between these different pages from within that specific goal and just click the goal name to go back to the overview. So for each habit, you have your start date, your frequency. So for this first one, it's going to be a daily habit. And on the second one, it's going to be 3 times a week, which I narrowed down to I can either do Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. For time triggers, so I'm stacking these habits, so I'm adding both of them to the very end of my morning routine. So for this one, it says after my morning routine, or I make my bed, which is the last step of my morning habit or my morning routine. And for this one, it's going to be after the morning smoothie. So I've tried to make it easier on myself by stacking them so that it's a natural trigger to start that new habit. Then you have a streak target. So the length of time you want to measure these goals until they become a habit, and then you have your streak target. Since the morning smoothie is a daily habit, I'll be using all 90 days. And then since the exercise habit is on a weekly basis, I've divided it up into 3 block sections to represent a week. So you can get creative how you use these, but I think that having these are nice for habits that span several months, where using the habit tracker on your monthly dashboard might not be enough. And as what we did with the mini wheels, you can duplicate this page if you want to keep it going. The next step is to make sure you're regularly checking in, so you can use a habit tracker on the monthly dashboard. So these, for example. Or another option for this particular goal is you can replace your goal note page, monthly dashboard, or weekly spread with one of the template stickers. So if we go over to the sticker book, you can see that there is a meal and fitness planner and also a health and wellness. I'm actually going to go with the health and wellness one because there are blank sections. So in addition to like a monthly smoothie notes section, I can add spaces for workout notes so I can keep kind of a journal going. So I'm just going to copy this sticker. And so for this example, I'm going to replace the weekly pages. So this isn't my personal planner, so it's not filled out, but I'm going to navigate to the weekly page and paste it here. And before I do a final placement, I'm going to switch to the image tool and crop out the top part of this template sticker so that I can leave the navigation open and visible. There we go. And so now when you access your weekly page, it's always going to be visible. You can do this on pretty much any page you want. So if you don't want to cover that weekly page, again, you can do it on the monthly dashboard, which you might want to do if you want to have easy access to it. And since it has a link directly on the tab, you can access it from anywhere from within your planner. And so now, regardless of whether I'm on a daily page, I can click to that monthly dashboard and have it pretty quickly. The last tip I have, and it may seem a little redundant, but chances are as time goes on, you'll find yourself checking in less and less. So make sure that you add a little note to yourself to update your streak tracker every week on Sunday nights or whenever you do your weekly planning, just to make sure that you're sticking with it. And now you're done. So it might seem like a lot of work, but this does go a long way in improving your overall quality of life. And once you put the effort into setting it up, it's pretty easy to maintain. So I hope that was helpful. And if you like this video and want to see more, remember to subscribe to my channel and head on over to the shop if you want to check out this planner. I have a link in my bio. And as always, thanks for watching.